Okay, so it's a much lower run compared to the one from the last video because it's just the worst seed, and I want to talk about it because it just represents no reset core better. So I just spawn in a forest. I have like no village in 20 chunks, so I just decide to play structureless because it's just better than running around for 3 minutes looking for a village that's like 30 chunks away. Um, I try to go towards this plain biome because plains is just the best seed for a structureless one because you just have a lot of animals and the good visibility of caves. So I just see this cave to my left. Um, I get like yeah, the iron is like right next to the entrance, which is pretty nice. Um, because sometimes you just gotta go deeper in the cave for iron, or you just have no iron in the entire cave and you just gotta find another one, or dig down and hope that you're gonna mine into some. But yeah, so I make a stone pickaxe. I get 12 cobble so I can make a furnace and stone tools. I mine this one iron and then I overlap smelting it with mining the other. Just a cool little time save. I also just use the wooden pickaxe as fuel. Um, so I just mine this iron, so I just have a total of seven. But I wanna get more because usually seven is just enough. But trying to look for more is just better because you can make shears, and shears are helpful for blocks. And I mean, in no recent runs, you just gotta hope that you get a bad nether so that the blocks that you get in the overworld are helpful. Um, and now I'm looking for a good place to place my furnace so I can overlap smelting. I place it next to these pigs because uh, there's just a lot of them in the same place, and pigs are just the best food source because they're easier to kill and give the best food. And I also place it next to these pigs because there's just trees nearby, and trees are good to overlap getting leaves and more wood. So now here, after I kill the animals, I get this 2 iron and make shears. So I overlap getting leaves, uh, and in this way I just fully overlap smelting. I usually try to get like 2 stacks of leaves. I see Kuriwe gets like 3 stacks of leaves, and he gets leaves until his shears break, which is a pretty low roly play. Like, I feel like you don't need that amount of leaves most of the time, and even if you get like a bad nether, I feel like 3 stacks of leaves won't really help you that much, because in cases in which you have bad terrain, you're probably just gonna dig as well, so you just get blocks on that. Okay, so I just tower up here so I can see if there's a lava pool nearby. I don't find any, so I just go down in a cave, uh, hoping it goes down all the way to Y11, but it doesn't. So I mean, I just spoiler alert, but it doesn't. So I just dig down here. Um, I dig down till Y11, and then I hear water to my left here. So I just go towards it because um if there's water, there's just probably a cave, and if there's a cave, there's just probably lava. And I was right because now I hear lava. So I just dig into this cave. I don't find my portal instantly because I try to look for diamonds because they're just nice. Because there's just some annoying seeds in which just don't get to any obby from the bastion, and you either have to do home portal or just get or just blind. But I don't really like blinding in no reset. Or you can just more obby from another bastion. But in this case, you can home portal, so like the other choice is just getting more obby from a bastion. But that's just slow and annoying, so like having a diamond pick is just better. But in this case, I don't find any, so I'm just gonna hope that I get 20 obby from my bastion. Here I spawn in the middle of nowhere, so this is where leaves come in handy. I look around a bit with the Y macros to see if there's a fortress because it's just really nice no reset to see a fortress before you get to the bastion, because otherwise you're just gonna have to scam for it, and so sometimes you just get treasured, which is like the most annoying thing that a novice player has to deal with. Um, so just here, seeing a fortress would be really nice here, but I don't see one, so that's fine. Um, I try to only use my leaves because if you see, I also had just had cobble in my inventory. Um, but I don't use it because leaves are flammable blocks, and just having leaves in the bastion is worse than having cobble. Because maybe if you get a bridge bastion, you need a cobble more than you need the leaves, because the leaves are just gonna burn on the route. I mean, this is a pretty micro thing. It doesn't really matter, but that's just what I was thinking here. So I'm just going towards this bastion. I see here there's a triple rampart with no other ramparts to its left, and there's also no other triple to its right, so I just know it's stables because of that. Um, so I get this chest here, so I have some gold armor, and now I wanna look for if for gaps, and I see that this one below me is a bad gap, and then I also check for this one, which I feel like is a time loss and the wrong play here, because if you see if you're gonna see later, I just end up mining this triple and go down. I just don't like mining. I just don't like playing single triple like this, in which I just trade up here. I like getting my pigs down because you just get more pigs, and at the same time, um, in double bad gap stables, you just hope that there's gonna be more gold blocks in these chests at the bottom. Um, so just having your pigs down here is better because you just can bring them the gold faster. Um, also, I could have just seen here if this was a bad gap or not. So this is why I said earlier that checking if this was a bad gap is a time loss, because I could have just checked it here. Um, so yeah, I just hear some pigs also here, so I just dig for them and I find them in a pretty weird way, but it's fine. I pretty much don't even need them because I only have like 4 blocks to trade, but they're still nice to have. So here now, I'm just hoping that I get pearls from trades and obsidian from chests. Explosives don't really matter when you're in a situation like this, because you can just get explosives from libraries, or just sheep on blind, or just glowstone in the nether. So the only thing that I have to worry about is getting pearls from trades and Abi from chests. Obviously, you can see that I have some pearls from the trades, which is a pretty good amount for the gold blocks that I traded. Um, so yeah, I just go around the whole bastion finding chests, and if as you can see here, I get all the chests, and I have 0 Abi from the entire bastion. The 0 Abi I got from trades. So this is pretty unlucky because tables just has the most chests uh compared to the other bastions. So this is pretty annoying that I get no Abi from the trades. I have 15 pearls, so I just decided to trade the other gold, and I decided against going for the other chests here at the bottom for more gold, because I'm just gonna go to another bastion to get my obsidian from, so I just get more gold from that one. Um, so here I scan for the fortress because I want I want the fortress to also just be close to the other bastion that I'm gonna go to. And as you can see here, it's just 22 chunks negative Z, so it's gonna be like around negative 19 on my Z. Um, so at the same time, I also scan for a bastion here, as you can see. Um, I do get a bastion this way. Let me see when I scan. Yeah, I scan here. And after this pearl, I see that I have a bastion this way. So I'm just hoping that the fortress that I scanned is maybe a treasure bastion, because I mean in this case a treasure bastion is helpful. Um, But at the same time, just having a bastion and a fortress would be nice in this case. And in this case, yeah, I have this bastion, which is a treasure, a bridge bastion, and I'm just thinking that mob, the spawner spike from the pirate was a fortress. So I just decided to mine the entire chalice here because it's a double single, and I'm just not gonna expect getting my 20 obby from chests only. So I mine the entire chalice so I can trade for my obsidian as well. Um, it's also just the fact that I need more explosives and more pearls. So I just do a normal crack smoker out here because I mean I feel like in double single crack smoker is just the fastest. I use nether bricks because it's just the best block in my inventory to use. It's the only full block and the only block that doesn't fall to gravity in my inventory, so I just use it. Um, so this is a pretty standard route. I check this chest here and it has no obby. And now I go to the other one and at the same time I hang a pearl this way because I'm just thinking that if the bastion was like to the right of uh where I came from, I'm just thinking that the fortress is gonna be to the left that way. So also if you saw I got 4 RB from that chest, which is nice. So I'm just thinking that I'm probably just getting 20 from this, because I mean from a chalice you sometimes can get 20 just from the chalice, and uh that's pretty nice. So here I just expecting to get 20, and I mean if I check the trades I have a stack of gold and 15 RB, so I'm 100% getting 20 here. Um So yeah, I mean, here I just waiting for the trades, not much to say. Um, I will be leaving soon. Yeah, here I leave, and I go towards this way because I'm thinking the fortress is here. Okay, so now I use the white macro and I see this. This is a treasure bastion. So I'm thinking, okay, my cords. Wait, hold on. Where did I open my F3? Here. So like I'm at negative 22. My fortress should have been like negative 19. Um, So I just look around here and I see that this bastion is like kind of um behind the way that I came from. So um it should be the spawner that I scanned, but I'm just hoping that it isn't. So here I just go lower a D and rescan, and I get a fortress I get another spawner this way, which is really convenient because now I don't have to go to the treasure bastion and find the spawner. Um, So I just go to this spawner now, and it ends up being a fortress. It's been like buried. Like I find it a weird, really weird ravine opening. Um, yeah, like it's in like inside this ravine here. This is like pretty lucky terrain nav. Probably. I mean, yeah, there's no way there's better terrain to this. So yeah, I mean from now on it's just pretty much like the same as a rank game. Uh, from the fortress to the end. But I'm still gonna talk about it because here I try to look for a spawner. And I mean, I kind of know this one's here because from the chunk counting that I did earlier, I knew that the spawner would be like 2 chunks this way. It's kind of hard to explain it because I don't have the F3 opened up. So yeah, here I double blaze bed because I'm looking here in my inventory. Hold on. So I open my inventory and I see that I mean, yeah, I already have 2 bastions traded. So like, I have so much, 2 stacks of string and 20 mud glowstone. So I just decided to double blaze bed because I just have so many explosives. And also I don't even have enough iron for ground zero. So, oh no, I already have ground zero, but never mind. Um, so yeah, I just have a lot of explosives, so I decided to double blaze bed. Um, because it's just faster than a single blaze bed. You just break more blocks faster. Um, And here, I mean, it's just playing a spawner, not much to talk about here. Um, I guess there is this thing at the post blind. So like I measure my eye, and the stronghold is towards the way that I came from. So here, instead of going towards the way that I like entered the fort from, I try to get new terrain. But this is a pretty wrong play, because like as you saw, there's like no terrain to this fortress. I just found it in a pretty lucky ravine opening. Um, so yeah, I just end up going into a wall here, which is pretty bad. So this is a mistake. I should have just gone the way that I came from, because if you see later here, like after a lot of digging, uh, my second portal is just at the bridge bastion. So this is where I probably lose a lot of time. But I mean, this seed is still pretty bad. Like, this space is barely sub 20. It's like just the fact that the seed is that bad and I still managed to be on sub 20 pace is insane to me. Okay, so here I'm on 2 hearts entering the stronghold. Um, I get a spike this way, and on 2 hearts pretty much every mob can one-shot you. So I see a skeleton here, behind this door, so I just decide to defreeze it here, uh, because it can just one-shot me. I mean, sometimes, yeah, like here in this case, I have an iron chest plate. Like, it probably won't one-shot me, but it's still a good play to do. So I just entered the end. It's 054, and I mean on 054 it's pretty weird to perclip on, so I just don't do it at all. Um, it's back zero, so like I'm not expecting to go for a high height, so I just go for Y90 here. And I mean on Y90, reset, just kinda expect it to fly. So like as you can see here, I detonate this one bed, and I'm like waiting for a bit before placing the second one, because I just want to see if it flies. But here it doesn't fly, so that's pretty lucky. And I just finish off this cup zero, because I mean the setup is kind of offset, because I'm on Y90 on a pretty low tower. So yeah, this ends up sub 20, which is like made me pretty happy, because this is like my 10th sub 20 in a row. And the fact that I got this bad of a seed and still managed to sub 20, it's just insane to me. Okay, see ya.